Inviting high and all the voices that night. From dictionary teeth up to Kaiser pineapples might. Each guest brings the magic for just one night.
Good evening, everybody. I hope you're having a Holy crap, you just screamed right in there. How you doing tonight?
You know I do.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I'm good,
oh,
man.
yes. Oh, man. Well, we might be a little low on folks tonight, but that's okay.
Alrighty.
This I think you and I can handle this.
Oh, it just gives me a little bit more time to bring out some voices, you know.
Good evening, Audio Coffee. Good evening.
What's going on?
No, I reached out to Volstorm and Diva, and I haven't heard back from them, but that's a possibility that they won't be on tonight. And Welsh lady, she is not feeling very well today, so she's passing on it tonight, which is fine. And I haven't heard back from the one and only. Come on, got it. You got it. Come on, tell me.
Are you gonna make me say it?
I have a story, damn it.
Oh, I didn't know you want me to say it.
Oh,
I have a story.
Hey, gutter girl, how
Gotta
you
have some
doing?
setup there.
Man. Yeah, it was the setup.
I just got done doing some cooking and prep for tomorrow's dinner and stuff like that. I just ran up the stairs, threw my shirt on, and I'm on the stream.
ain't no time like the present. I mean, it's chill tonight. It really is. This is one that I wanted to get through because I am embarking on some new material that I'm going to be coming out with over the next week or so. Yeah, I'm going to see how it does. Plus I've got, regular stuff that I'm going to be doing, my regular Mondays, Monday through Friday kind of morning shows, but I've got something I'm working on at night that might be pretty interesting. We'll just have to see. We'll just have to see how it works out. It's it's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. And it's I'm hoping that people like it. That's the plan. Get something that people can actually enjoy. Hey, how's it going? Evening, Dannyberry Sport.
Hey.
I was going to say, if Gutter's Pub wants to come in, I know that
That'd be fun.
one short, and you're finally here. We're one short. Well, I mean, and it's always nice to have a lady's voice in there. I'll drop you an invite, Gutter Girl. You just let me know, and I can bring you in, and no guarantee that you're going to get the moans that you normally get, but I mean, we can still make you moan.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Let me see, where do I got her? I think I have her over on the Discord. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I got her on the Discord. If she wants to come in, she's more than welcome to.
There you go.
There we go. That's pretty easy. Hey, Shizzy. Hey, Kaiser. Hey, chat. Good to see you, Phoenix. Good to see you, Brenda.
Brenda?
Yeah, I mean, I know that I didn't want to go too many weekends without doing this. You want me to come in without moans? No, I want you to come in and moan. That's what I'm wanting.
It's not exactly the challenge we were hoping for.
Oh, so right. While that's doing that, now I've got, I just totally forgot to grab a beverage. because I'm an idiot. So I know that there's a new song coming out, and you guys get to hear it first here. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. And you guys will get to get a first chance at seeing it. Anybody that's already a sub will already see it. I guarantee it. You'll already see it.
Nice.
But I've got a new one that I'm releasing today that should be coming out probably right after we finish. But you guys get to see a sweet new version of it. Uh-oh, Gutter Girl, you're gonna be disappointed. You're gonna be so disappointed if you don't join in. She said if I give her 3 minutes, she'll come.
Longer than I need.
I still got the music going.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not going over here. Should be.
But I'm here.
You are.
Hey, hey. What's up?
What's going on, everybody?
Hey, how you doing, bro? Good to see you. Yeah, see, now Gutter Girl is just like, she just wants to come in and, yeah.
There we go. Okay, that was why. No, that was on my part. I forgot to mute that part. Okay, there we go. On the brain part, we've been out of this for a little bit.
Yeah. It's
Yep,
it's been a weekend.
Yeah, been a minute. What am I missing? If you can give me 3 minutes, I'll come up.
Yes, you will. Oh yeah, she will.
You will.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Let me see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this new one that I've got coming up. A new release will be coming up. Now, if you're members, you get to see it, but if you're here tonight, you get to see it even earlier. Let me bring this thing up just for everybody to get a good glimpse at it. And I'm going to go grab myself a beverage real quick.
There you go.
Because well, that's what I needs to do. I need to go get some alcoholics, that kind of thing.
Get all lubed up and ready to go.
Yeah, I gotta get here really lubed up.
Yeah,
Ready
get
to
lubed
go.
up.
Get a little bit of that liquid courage going. There we go.
Yes, because this one is going to be
Like Audio Coffee said, we haven't done this in a little bit, so
You're talking about what is his name? Hans and Gretchen, and they're
that's right. Okay.
Yeah, a German baker and a chocolatier. And they're going to be.
Why do I get the feeling that this is going to come up in this story?
They're going to be using ovens. Just here. I'll just let you guys watch. Here we go.
Hello.
Oh, Brandon. Oh, I love it. I love it. When you dance, I love it. When you dance, I love it. When you dance, all I need is for you to move, get up and move that body. Make it sweat, I am on fire. When you dance, make it drip, drop. So all I need is for you to move, get up and move that body. Make it sweat, I am on fire. When you dance, make it drip, drop. So all I need is for you to move, get up and move that body. Make it sweat, I am on fire. When you dance, make it drip, drop. So all I need is for you to move, get up and move that body. Make it sweat, I am on fire. When you dance, make it drip, drop. So I want you to say all I need is for you to move it up and move that body. Make it sweat, I am on fire. When you dance, make it drip, drop. So all I need is for you to move it up and move that body. Make it sweat, I am on fire. When you dance,
Am I watching Black Swan again?
all I need these for you to move it up and move that body. Make it sweat. I am on fire when you dance. Make it drip, drop. So on these for you to move it up and move that body. Make it sweat. I am on fire when you dance. Make it drip, drop. So on these for you to move it up and move that body. Make it sweat. I am on fire when you dance. Make it drip, drop. So on these for you to move it up and move that body. Make it sweat. I am on fire when you dance. Make it drip, drop. So on these for you to move it up and move that body. Make it sweat. I am on fire when you dance. Make it drip, drop. So all I need is for you to move it up and move that body. Make it sweat. I am on fire when you dance. Make it drip, drop. So all I need is for you to move it up and move that body. Make it sweat. I am on fire when you dance. Make it drip, drop. So all I need is for you to move it up and move that body. Make it sweat. I am on fire when you dance. Make it drip, drop. So all I need is for you to move it up and move that body. Make it sweat. I am on fire when you dance. Make it drip, drop. So all I need is for you to move it up and move that body. Make it sweat. I am on fire when you dance. Make it drip, drop. So I love it when you dance. I love it when you dance. I love it when you dance. All I need is for you to move it up and move that body. Make it sweat. I am on fire when you dance. Make it drip, drop. So all I need is for you to move it up and move that body. Make it sweat. I am on fire when you dance. Make it drip, drop. So all I need is for you to move it up and move that body. Make it sweat. I am on fire when you dance. Make it drip, drop. So all I need is for you to move it up and move that body. Make it sweat. I am on fire when you dance. Make it drip, drop. So all I need is for you to move it up and move that body. Make it sweat. I am on fire when you dance. Make it drip, drop. So all I need is for you to move it up and move that body. Make it sweat. I am on fire when you dance. Make it drip, drop. So all I need is for you to move it up and move that body. Make it sweat. I am on fire when you dance. Make it drip, drop. So when you dance, when you dance, when you dance, when you dance,
Hey, Gutter.
Gutters girl. How you doing?
I feel like I was on a trip, but it was like a sexy trip.
How are we doing?
Doing
Doing
good.
How you doing?
Good.
Doing all right.
I am good.
Good.
Damn,
Just,
Gutters girl.
I have to put glasses on because I went out berry picking yesterday and my eyeballs look like cherries. So
Are you
I'm
allergic to cherries or what?
I think I'm allergic to anything that's outside
about
anymore. Every
everything.
time I go out,
Yeah.
it just kills me. So
Oh,
Yeah.
anything that's outside.
I don't know what the deal is. My favorite place to be. But
Oh,
yeah. So I don't know. We'll figure it out.
oh. Well,
'Tis the
Yeah.
season.
tis
I'm
the
excited.
season to just get. Let's see if we can get Gutters girl all warmed up where she just sizzles.
That's right. Right. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna. I mean, I feel like Diva should be here to kind of teach me the ropes, but I understand.
I don't know. You do pretty good.
I was gonna
Just
say, if you've
read
seen the show
however
enough
you
times
want to.
recently, I think you should know.
I know where the moans come in.
Sweetheart, you can read as much or as little as you want to. There's never anything forced here. If you're just like, just pass me up, we'll pass you up. It's pretty easy. You can just say, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just going to sit here and turn off my camera for a little bit and listen to, I have a story, talk sweet nothings to me.
I'm definitely not bad at moaning. I mean,
Yeah.
I got moaning down, but yeah, see, I was taught by the best to hear him.
All right, let's bring this thing up and we will get it started. It is Baking in the Blitz, Chapter 1.
Oh.
A Flowery Fumble. Well, the Hans, the clumsy baker. He stood frozen as clouds of the white flowers descended upon his boss, Mr. Kirschbaum, transforming him into a doughy specter. The bakery fell into a mused silence, broken only by stifled snickers. Although snickers had not yet been invented, they were still eating them. As Hans scrambled to apologize, Mr. Kirschbaum's face turned in redder than a freshly baked cherry pie. He liked to bury his face in the freshly baked cherry pie, and he said, "You'll fight it, Hans!" He boomed, brushing off the flour from his clothes. But as the it dissipated, Hans found himself facing an uncertain future. Perhaps it was time for a new adventure, a chance to prove himself beyond his flowery fumble. Little did he know, destiny was about to throw a sprinkle of magic into his life as he trudged home, his mind laden with thoughts of flour and ovens. He stumbled upon the faded flyer fluttering in the crisp autumn wind. "The great baking contest! Bread and chocolate unite!" it proclaimed in bold letters. Hans' eyes widened with the glee, and an unlikely smile spread across his dusty, dirty, stanky face. Baking bread was his safe haven, his refuge, in a world gripped by chaos. And now there was a chance to showcase his skills on a grand stage alongside the alluring world of chocolate. Maybe a blundering baker, he chuckled to himself, but this could be my ticket to fame. With newfound redemption, Hans decided he would challenge himself to create a masterpiece that would rise above all expectations. His flowery fumble had inadvertently set his journey into motion, one that would converge with another passionate soul, Gretchen, a mischievous chocolatier. Little did he know that together they had the power to bring sweetness, so sweet, into a world desperately in need of it. With the twinkle in his eyes, Hans baked on, unaware of the incredible escapades that awaited him.
With all that flour, I have an urge to sing Edelweiss.
I was the
Shall
mentioning
we
of
climb the
chocolate.
mountain?
Oh, it's okay, guys.
You get a little patch for it, you know.
I'm good to go. Yep.
All of this talk of the chocolate and the flour reminds me of the Panzer chocolate from the war.
It's got quite a kick and
just a
bang.
little milk chocolate, a little methamphetamine, it's just a little pick me up.
I think I should move Gutter's Pub up because this is a female spot right
Yeah,
here.
there you go. That's fine.
That's what we should do.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, bring her up.
I don't know that I got a German
no, you-
accent to go with it, but we'll see what
You
we
don't-
can
you
do
don't
here.
have to.
You
It's
could do it in French if you wanted to, or you could just, use
Oh,
your cunning linguist and make it good.
Okay, I'll just go with what I know for starters.
you
There you go.
Ease into it.
No, you're
Yeah.
right. Right, just very easy.
Take a deep breath.
The sweat scent of melting chocolate filled the air as Gretchen sneaked around the bustling chocolate factory. Dressed in her signature vibrant attire, she blended seamlessly with the colorful chaos that surrounded her. With a mischievous grin and a twinkle in her green eyes, Gretchen was the queen of all things chocolate.
Chocolate.
My God.
Raw.
Gretchen was known for her rebellious spirit and her knack for mischief. She had a secret stash of chocolate rations hidden away, carefully disguised behind stacks of cocoa beans. While her fellow chocolatiers followed the rules meticulously, monitoring their chocolate supplies, Gretchen found ways to smuggle in a little extra for herself. Ooh,
Put it in.
that's right. She was her own personal indulgence. Ooh. She escaped from the monotony of wartime Germany. One day, as Gretchen was carefully maneuvering through the factory, she overheard a group of workers whispering about a secret baking contest. The words, okay, here we go. We're going to have funny words that Gigi don't know. Piqued her interest. Why do they got to put it that way? Piqued. Why have I never seen that word before? Igniting a spark within her. The
Ooh.
idea of showcasing her unique chocolate creations to an audience beyond her factory walls. Ooh, excited.
I love it when she gets excited.
It's always fun outside the walls.
That's right. Well, I mean, if you can get there. Determined to make her mark on the baking world, Gretchen set her sights on the contest. She imagined the look of awe on the judges' faces as they tasted her delicate okay, here we go. Decadent chocolate cakes.
I love her.
I was going with my own delicate. Decadent wasn't even coming into
She's
words.
getting delicate, warmed up.
Tell us more.
That's right. It was time to bring her chocolate prowess onto a new stage and prove her worth. With a mischievous twinkle in her eye, Gretchen devised a plan. She would create a chocolate masterpiece that would make the other contestants tremble in awe. She gathered her secret stash of chocolate, carefully selected the finest ingredients, and spent countless hours experimenting with the flavors and textures. The factory became her playground as she transformed it into a testing ground of her daring creations. No chocolate ganache was too rich, no truffle too delicate for Gretchen's artistic touch.
Yes.
She pushed the boundaries of traditional baking, infusing her creations with unexpected flavors, such as spicy chili and tangy sea salt. She was her rebellious nature, her desire to challenge. It was her rebellious nature to desire to challenge conventions that fueled her creations.
But that's not
But
all she got
she
fueled up about. Oof.
She made Gigi stumble as Gretchen
Need a
worked. Maybe as Gretchen worked tirelessly to perfect her entry for the contest, she couldn't help but wonder who else might be participating in an entry. The thought of meeting other passionate bakers like herself intrigued her. She envisioned a whirlwind of flour, cocoa, and laughter as they engaged tips and shared their love full of culinary arts. Little did Gretchen know her path was about to cross with another talented baker, a fumbling but lovable man named Hans.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hard to follow that one up, isn't it?
Well, I don't know.
Emphasis on hard to follow.
It's just, I have a story. Might have to take a moment. Woof.
No. About tips and
think brought
perfecting
something
entry and just the tip. I mean, you got to start with the tip.
Start and work your way down.
Yeah, just a little Huck Tui, you know.
Oh, I did create a song for that too.
Oh, actually, that's funny you should say that because I'm trying to get one put onto my StreamYard as we speak. We'll have to talk later.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Chapter 3 Baking Buddies. Hans and Gretchen, two individuals with a panache for flowery mishaps and mischievous cocoa adventures, found themselves in a chance encounter at a bustling market. Amongst the vibrant displays of fruits, vegetables, and various baked goods, their love for baking brought them together like butter and sugar in a mixing bowl. Hans, in his disheveled appearance and perpetually floured speckled hands, caught sight of Gretchen's fiery red hair and mischievous grin. It was as if the chaos of the market had conspired to assemble these two kindred spirits. With a shy smile and a nod, they ventured towards each other, their mutual admiration for the art of baking filling the air like the sweet scent of fresh bread. As they exchanged stories of their baking endeavors, Hans recounted his accidental flour fumble at the bakery that had sent his path in motion toward the secret baking contest. Gretchen, in turn, confessed her rebellious antics of smuggling extra chocolate rations for her secret stash, all while dreaming of showcasing her unique chocolate creations on a grand stage, with a pole and some weird... Excitement illuminated their eyes as they realized the potential of joining forces and navigating the contest together. Their friendship bloomed as they shared baking tips, tricks, and failed attempts over cups of steaming tea and freshly baked pastries. It was clear that the bond between them was as strong as the gluten strands holding a perfectly kneaded dough.
Oh.
Or as she would say,
Stretchy and sticky. With their unlikely friendship forged, Hans and Gretchen embarked on their baking journey, armed with the determination and a dash of whimsy. They dove headfirst into the world of recipes, experimenting with different flavor combinations and innovative techniques. The market became the testing ground, where they served up samples to unsuspecting customers who were captivated by the harmonious dance of flavors Hans and Gretchen had created. Chapter 3 brought with it a fusion of flour and chocolate, as the duo found solace in each other's company while venturing into uncharted baking territory. With each setback they encountered, whether it be burned batch of bread or melted chocolate catastrophe, they laughed it off and held on to their shared enthusiasm. But little did they know that their recipe for disaster was about to take an unexpected turn. As they delved deeper into the baking experiments, the challenges they faced would grow more daunting, and the stakes would rise higher than a perfectly risen souffle.
Oh, you gotta give it that fuck too and spit on that thing. You get me?
Oh my gosh, I love it.
I could think of only one way to make that funnier.
Oh my goodness.
Anywho.
Well.
I guess it's my turn. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna read their chapter 4, Recipe for Disaster. Okay. Yeah, so Hans shuffled into the bakery there, wearing his signature disheveled apron like a badge of honor. Gleefully without their no-found alliance, he and Gretchen had decided to test their skills together there. Let's bake something unforgettable, he said. Oh, it will be, Gretchen had smirked back at him. Little did they know, the words it'll be a bit prophetic, and for all the wrong reasons there. Their first attempt was bread, simple, right? Could you enlarge that a little bit? I'm having a hard time.
Oh yeah. Let me do that for you.
Make it
Yeah.
big for me.
Make it bigger for him.
He wants it bigger. Is that big enough for you? Is that big?
Oh.
Okay.
Too big? Too big.
Okay, fine. Jesus.
Do you need a magnifier?
Grew and grew. Before you do it, Kaiser didn't know what he had.
Oh boy.
Sorry.
Is that a confession?
I think you're number one right now.
I need a magnifying glass to see it.
Can you make it bigger? Jeez, man. How big do you want it? God.
Somebody clip that.
Okay, well, I guess I'm picking up where I left off.
Yes, right here.
Yeah, I know.
Their first attempt was bread. Simple, right? Flour, yeast, water. A sprinkle of Hans's sauce being crushed out of his body every time that he remembered his blunder. What with the flour bag? The dough rose beautifully, but Hans, in his deft clutch of this, managed to knock over the entire jar of salt into the dough.
Good job, Hans. It's like the dough went for a swim of the Dead Sea.
Gretchen muttered as she spoke at the saline blob. Next came the chocolate creations from Gretchen's secret stash. Or my secret stash, too. Oh, yeah. Armed with utensils and overabundance of optimism, Gretchen melted her prized chocolates and got lost in a world of cocoa dreams. Of course, this was before Hans mistook her bowl of carefully melted chocolate for something that needed a good whisking. Whiskey business there. With the fervor of a man during mortal combat with a dragon, he stirred so aggressively that Gretchen's concoction resembled a chocolate hurricane.
Otherwise known as a moose.
That's quick sense of humor didn't stop there. The duo proceeded with their pastries, deciding a bit of flair might redeem them. Oh, the pastries. Our duo mixed the dough, but since the universe had a vendetta against them, the oven decided to malfunction. Instead of golden crispy pastries, they were left with lumps of dough, burnt as Hans's pride.
Oh, yeah. Ouchie. Yeah. That's gotta suck there.
Hey, Flatty. Good to see you.
What's up,
Hey,
Flatty?
Flatty.
Hey, Flatty.
Okay. I think we're only doing a few chapters, so I'm kind of mixing my voices as I go.
Oh,
So,
no, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
Gretchen eyed the chocolate pastries that were plotting her ultimate demise.
Hans, looks exactly how my hopes feel. Crisp.
Hans, ever the optimist despite the current Niagara Falls of failures, tried to cheer her up.
Like, at least we know what not to do next time.
He shrugged. And of course, the piece de resistance of the culinary calamity struck when they decided to make a simple foolproof custard tart. It's always the tarts. Hans forgot to lock the ratty and ancient mixture, resulting in an eruption of eggs and milk that left both of them looking like they'd been through a dairy-based battle. Get to the eggies.
Got it, Iggies.
Congratulations, Hans. You just invented a human-sized egg tart.
Gretchen said, trying to stifle her laughter despite the dire straits of the venture. At the end of the day, covered with a mosaic of flour, chocolate, and miscellaneous food debris, they sat at the bakery floor. They exchanged looks that could only be described as a mutual acknowledgement of their infinite failures. But laughter bubbled up from deep despite everything. They still had each other, and in the grocery list of lessons learned in the hardest way possible.
Well, is there... here's the next time marginally being less disastrous.
Hans offered,
Raising an imaginary toast. Gretchen simply gave a tired but bemused nod in return. With a bakery full of more laughter than food, they found some solace in that, for now, the only way was up, and perhaps, with a sprinkle of luck and a dollop of determination, they'd manage to cook up something spectacular next time on Dragon Ball Z.
I was really waiting for a chance to really do something funny with the animal voice, but okay. Gotta give it the hot twirl, spit on that thing.
That's right.
Gotta give it that.
Yeah. I think you should.
that hawk dude, spit on that thing. You get me?
Can we record your voice and then I like that? Let's record that and everybody could
Elmo's
use
word.
that as a.
Elmo's word of the day is hawk twirl. Spit on that thing.
That's going to be my new ringtone.
Hawk twirl, spit on that thing.
I actually did just get a merch store going, so that is actually Huck 2 is going on a shirt. I am putting it on a shirt. So I can't help it. I mean, that's just I can't pass that up.
If the chick that did that would have any brains at all, she would monetize the hell
Yep.
out of it, because that is her
Yep.
like, $1 million moment right there.
It is.
Oh, God, yes.
Yep.
Oh, yes. Like she should show up on everybody. Man, I invite her. I invite her to come on here and we will have a talk. She's just awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show up on my stream. Say the thing.
Well,
No,
I
she
heard
doesn't have to- she doesn't even have to say that thing. She could just hang out and we would talk about everything else.
Well, I
She just
actually
thinks
heard
like she's
she
cool.
was a preschool teacher and lost her job because of it.
God.
Nice.
What?
Even better.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I don't know if it's true. I still haven't researched it to see, but that's what I heard, that she was a preschool teacher and lost her job from. I'm like, well, damn. That's okay. She's going to have a new job. Trust me.
Yeah.
Oh, she's going to have a new one real quick.
Maybe a few.
Yeah.
Going to be
They might
lined
be
up at the
standing
gate.
in line. That's right.
Say she ain't going to be at the unemployment line. The unemployment line's going to be showing up to her.
Sweetheart,
That's
do you need a
right.
drink of water before we start?
I had to
Okay.
resist.
Just a minute. Let me at least.
Get it warmed up.
Yeah,
All right, a
there you go.
rationing rumble. The day began as most wartime days did, with a surreal blend of normalcy and desperation. The diligent thump of hobnailed boots through Berlin's cobbled streets was the metronome to which Hans and Gretchen's own steps kept time as they set off on their quest to gather ingredients. I never thought I'd be begging a pig for its ration, Hans remarked dryly, his tidy collection of flour remnants secured in a packed-up sack slung over his shoulder. Gretchen chuckled, with her eyes twinkling with irreverence. Well, you did say you wanted to make swine bread, she replied, offering Hans a jovial nudge. It seemed that humor, no matter how barbed, was their makeshift balm against the daily erosion of hope. Their first stop was the bustling black market beneath the veiled shadow of an old, crumbling cathedral. Here, shady vendors whispered offers of precious sugar and clandestine pats of butter? Why were they patting the butter, baby? Trading them for heirloom trinkets and treasured memories. Hans inspected an egg and thought it was a philosopher's stone, while Gretchen haggled over cocoa powder, her sharp wit a match for any determined dealer. In another life, you'd be robbing banks instead of chocolate fats, Hans said, stifling a laugh as Gretchen triumphantly secured a jar of cocoa. Please, she shot back with a smirk, I'd be robbing the chocolate banks. But it wasn't all repartee and quick-witted battering as they maneuvered through the labyrinth of ration cards, grumbling suppliers, and watchful eyes. The harsh reality of wartime scarcity was soon sobering their spirits. The bakery owners rationed yeast as if they were gold dust, while milk was practically an urban legend. This is what I mean, Miss More glue than grain, mused Hans loudly as they examined a rationed loaf, only half in jest. It looks like it binds a book. Why can't it bind its bread? Gretchen retorted, never one to be outdone. Look, I'm an inkling of a future masterpiece. She laughed at the impromptu baseball born from their botched experiments. With the last desperate push, the duo summoned every ounce of their ingenuity, and perhaps more nobly every ounce of compassion from the tight-fisted grocers and wartime meticulous millers. Hans procured a lump of butter by mending Farmer Klaus's broken cart, and, well, Gretchen was like grabbing an old school friend in parts with her treasured, sugar ration under the guise of trying out a new dish for the fjord. Okay. That girl get it. Just, I mean, she went for it and she just.
Oh, you gotta give him that huck and spit on that thing. You get me?
Girl, go for it. Go for it.
What's funny is as soon as I hear it, my head starts going like this. I don't understand.
Oh my god.
Damn it.
I'm sorry.
Got it.
It's all for content. It's all for content. Okay.
Oh my god. So, as the day waned, Hans and Gretchen trudged back to the bakery. Well, their pockets were lighter and they were a little more drained, and their spirits a hairbreadth higher. Though they faced through the culinary disasters to feed an army, they had wrestled out the small victories from the jaws of wartime austerity. We did it, Hans said, as with a weary but victorious grin, surveying their eclectic stash of ingredients. It's not quite a festival, but it will do. Oh, it's perfect for recipe for defying expectations, Gretchen added, an impish twinkle returning to her eyes. If in their world where flour was fortune and sugar was salvation, Hans and Gretchen started to find, if not the ideal, at least something akin to hope. It was sprinkled with humor and bound by tenuous ties of an unexpected friendship. Little did they know that their trials with rationing were just the first course and a much more sinister banquet.
Well, here we go. Ooh, secrets and spies. I wonder what this has entail. It's got to get better.
Oh, you
right?
gotta give him that hawk too and spit on
See,
that
I can't. This is bad.
Hawk too, spit on that thing.
Exactly. As soon as you say it, even in that voice, my head starts. I'm like,
Timmy Bugard.
You'll never look at Elmo the same way again.
never, ever.
Oh, you ruined
Well,
that
so-
a while ago.
Well, it's hard to whenever all you see is Elmo's belly button.
That's right. Now I can never see him in. Forget Sesame Street. I can never watch that again, ever.
You'll-
Not without doing this.
Exactly. All righty. Well, secrets and spies. The bakery hummed with a curious mixture of hope and tensions as Hans and Gretchen continued their covert efforts. They had somehow managed to secure the ingredients they needed. Well, mostly. By bartering and bartering hard, every sack of flour and each bar of chocolate came with its own story worthy of a dime novel. Striking deals in shadowy corners and involving Gretchen's suspiciously well-connected relatives. The duo always managed to stay just a whisker away from trouble, or so they thought. It was one fine, irony-laden afternoon when Herr Vogel, I hope that's how you say his name,
Yep, that's
a
right.
little German artist officer with a penchant for poking around, in other people's business or holes, crossed the threshold of the modest bakery. He was there under the pretense of inspecting local businesses, but his narrow eyes and uncomfortable long glances at every nook and cranny suggested he was fishing for something more sinister. Hans, with flour-dusted hands, trembling just a bit more than usual, handed Herr Vogel a slice of bread. Voice out of the oven, sir. Voice. Fresh out of the oven, sir. I don't know where I was going with the voice, but
Well, that is Germany. There are things fresh out of the oven all the time. I'm talking about pastries. Don't look at me that way.
He stammered. If only flour could camouflage nerves. Well, it can. Just depends on where you put it. The
It can also
officer.
show the wet spots.
The best parts. Yeah.
You gotta point out the wet spots. But I'm just saying.
We just roll away the flour and the wet spot, and that's where you do.
Hole in the flour.
Whoops, that's
Oh, you
not
gotta
it.
give him that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me?
I'm gonna have to break myself of that on camera.
Oven's German artist? What is the hell is this story about exactly?
I know nothing.
That's right.
Does the showers even have soap this time?
We just know there's something about spit and hawk too. We don't know nothing else.
Hawk
Somewhere
Tiger,
baking
Nico.
comes into play.
Baking in the Blitz. And I feel like singing a song.
That's right.
Is it about springtime?
where do you go?
Sing
Begging.
to.
Oh, a dear, a female deer, red drop of golden sun. Me a name, I call my butter.
The officer took the slice, sniffed it with great
We're getting
exaggeration.
Gutter's Pub bobblehead.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Two.
It says Hawk2 on it.
There you go.
Oh, buddy, that's good. I'm talking to Joey as soon as I get off this live.
Bobblehead. Give me a bobblehead.
Everybody gonna want bobblehead. Okay, they can have their own bobbleheads. All right. The officer took the now I'm all stuffled up here. Whew. The officer took the slice and sniffed at it with a great exaggeration, and then took a deliberate bite. Exquisite, he said, though his tone suggested anything but genuine appreciation. Perhaps it was the absence of a particular secret ingredient known as trust, or, well, meanwhile, Gretchen. Meanwhile, Gretchen, even the quicker, ever the quicker thinker, busied herself in the back, where the
my.
richer aroma of chocolate couldn't entirely mask the tensions. She knew they had to keep baking both the treats and the pretenses to keep Herr Vogel, we got to rename him, from peering
Vogel?
too deeply into their clandestine operation. Hans tried not to look like he was watching the officer's every move as Herr Vogel wandered around, inspecting the shelves of ingredients that were more generous than rationing permits allowed. With every jar Herr Vogel picked up, Hans felt like he was dangling by a fragile thread. Eventually, the officer reached the counter. Okay, I just messed that all up. Eventually, the officer reached the counter where Hans had laid out a dozen or so pastries. Very very industrious, considering the times. I'm changing all the names here. I'm
I
just going
love
to
it.
read my own story.
Well, wir John, that's indigenous very much.
That's
Oh, you're very indigenous, yeah.
Let's
You must be
change
from
that.
German. With your German chocolate and your German pastries.
right. And you're going to put a word like industrious into it? Come on.
Hey,
could have made it-
Valhalla says, say this again.
clandestine again for me quick, real quick. I can't. Vogel remarked, scrutinizing the array. You must have your ways of finding what you need. Oh, just resourcefulness, Hans blurted immediately, regretting how his answer implied far too much truth. Vogel's eyes narrowed, and the tension in the air could have curdled milk. Look. Just when Hans thought the silence might drive him mad, the bell above the bakery door tinkled. Tinkled?
Why
Oh,
did
it
it tinkle?
pink.
No, it's
Understand.
it's. I guess it had too much to drink.
Oh, yes.
It was the
Jeez.
golden shower.
I think that door needs a break. Announcing the entrance of an elderly woman looking for her daily loaf of bread. Oh, indeed, an impeccable script if he'd ever seen one. If only he were the author. Seizing the monetary distraction, Gretchen slipped out of the back, wiping her hands on her apron. Can I help you, Frau Mueller? I hope I said that one right.
Actually, you
He
did.
called. He called her most cheerfully. She called in her most cheerful voice, one that belied the thumping of her chest.
Oh yeah.
Hans couldn't help marvel at how convincingly she wore the mask of normalcy. Okay, clandestine. Do you feel better, honey?
Maybe
Her
somebody just will be have a chat with Herr Vogel.
with her logo seemed to understand the interruptions as his cue to leave. Swallowing the rest of his slice. Oh, is that what he
Oh,
said?
Oh, you
my.
gotta give him
He
that
ha-
dude. Spit on that thing. You get me?
Stop. He handed Hans a card. He'll be back soon for another inspection. Things efficient. The unsaid words lingered like a bad aftertaste.
Mm,
Too much salt?
yeah. Little vinegary.
When somebody does that.
There, let's let Kaiser go for a little bit and shut the
Okay,
chapter.
let's let him.
Okay. I guess I'll go ahead and jump on that there.
Please jump on.
As soon as the door closed behind Vogel, the bakery exhaled a collective sigh. Gretchen approached the counter, her mischievous grin forced back into place. Efficient, huh? We'll have to bake that into the recipe. Hans shook his head, relief dripping from him like warm butter. Yeah, we need to be more careful. One slip and our little operation crumbles. Gretchen nodded, though her eyes still sparkled with defiance. We'll outsmart him, Hans, just like we've outsmarted the others. It was a bold claim, but standing amid the concoctions of flour and chocolate. The Panzer Chocolate! Excuse me. Secrecy and stealth. They felt a flicker of hope. For now, they would stay one step ahead of Herr Vogel. Baking under the radar, selling a bit of joy to a weary world. The contest was their beacon, and nothing, as far as they were determined, would extinguish that light. Secrecy and stealth. What?
That was wild. The spin gutter.
Yeah, I heard that.
I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was on mute. I don't know what made it go up, but for something did.
Valhalla, do you not see the name down here below? It is Kaiser. Kaiser. You see, we are the happy Germans.
Why does that work for you? Why does it work?
Well, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Chapter 7, Bittersweet Romance. As the days melted into one another like chocolate in a double boiler, Hans and Gretchen found themselves spending more time together, usually in some combination of flour-covered chaos or cocoa-dusted frenzy. Despite the many, many mishaps, and let's be honest, there were plenty, their championship began to evolve into something warmer, sweeter, something with a hint of romance, slowly baking at 350 degrees.
Yeah.
Their secret rendezvous were nothing short of Hitchcockian. In their precision, I like that Cockian part. In a world where a misplaced spoon could raise suspicions, their covert operations, whether it involved procuring illicit sugar or simply stealing a moment alone, were executed with the finesse of seasoned spies. And yet, for all their dodging and dancing, Gretchen couldn't help but admire Hans's sheer optimism. Here was a man who, despite carrying the unwelcome decoration of a flourishing ineptitude, managed to see the yeast rise, not the dough fall. She's got a fallopian fungus and it's beginning to rise.
No.
Here, I'll go ahead and what I'll do is just like a couple of paragraphs, and then that way we can skip on through.
Okay.
One blustery evening, their shared culinary creation, meow, a chocolate drenched babka with the crust and golden as late autumn sunset, meow, emerged from the oven, prompting a collective meow sigh of relief. Hans wiped his flour-speckled hands on his disheveled apron, meow, his infectious smile beaming as they cut into the still warm masterpiece, meow. Their joy was short-lived as the familiar, unwelcome silhouette of the suspicious little German artist officer loomed in the bakery window, meow. The uninvited guests quickly vanished, but the unspoken dread remained, mingling with the scent of their freshly baked success, meow. Hearts raced slowly, and the deed of potential ruination avoided for the moment. Their eyes met over a slice of their creation. Well, no words were required. It was as if the babka, meow, with its layers of rich goodness, had spoken all the unspoken emotions of their entwined fates, meow. They knew what was being risked, but declined to shy away from the perilous extravaganza of forbidden romance, meow. They felt something else rise, as resolved to enjoy the fleeting sweetness amid the bitterness. Meow.
Meow. Meow.
Turn got a girl.
Later, on a particularly cold night, under Berlin's curfew-covered sky, they found themselves in the bakery, particularly the only safe haven left. Gretchen, arms crossed in fake exasperation, looked at Hans' gleamingly hopeful face. They were standing less than a meter apart, the small space around them filled with unuttered syllables of
Get them utters.
affection.
Oh, wait. Oh.
ooh,
Do that tongue thing again.
It's almost like the Hawk 2.
How's that go again?
That's seriously creepy.
All of a sudden, I feel like I need a tea bag. I don't know. Get some tea here.
All right. A maverick flourished of courage washed over Hans. Gretchen, he began, audacious, confident, rolling off his flour-covered shoulders. I can't imagine facing another burnt loaf without you by my side. You loaf it, baby.
Earn that loaf. That's right.
Earn it. That loaf is
Bun
hot.
in that oven.
Yeah.
Whoops, it's on fire.
Oh, they make a shot for that fire. It go away really quick.
Put some butter on it.
You just use your tongue to put out the fire.
Hawk 2.
Slap some butter on it, baby.
Just go ahead and finish out that last paragraph.
Okay, finish it out.
Okay. Gretchen's unusual mischief was softened by the tenderness of her eyes. Oh, Hans, you dope, she said with a teasing grin. I might consider risking another melted chocolate catastrophe with you.
Oh my.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I suppose that's me then.
Oh
It's you.
my.
You gotta jump on it again, Kaiser.
Yeah, well, you know me.
Go ahead and rub that out.
Suddenly, outside forces moved against them. Rations were being cut even more strictly, and the haunting shadow of the little German artist officer seemed to grow darker, more menacing. The bureaucratic beast appeared to tighten its grip, testing the limits of their love with cruel persistence. Oh, yeah. It was ironic, really, that the most dangerous place in wartime Germany wasn't the battlefield, but right here, between the oven and the countertop. Gotta get them buns, brother.
Yeah.
Yet
Oh,
even,
yeah,
as
back.
yet even as the stakes grew perilously high, their attraction, bittersweet and beautiful, held fast. Hans and Gretchen found that love, much like baking, required a skillful balance, sometimes bitter, sometimes sweet, often messy,
Always messy. Yes.
but intoxicating and worth the risk.
Go ahead.
I'd try not to hack a lung up.
And as the thread of fate continued to weave its way through the tapestry of their lives, they knew one thing for sure. Nothing could come between them and the grand contest. Nothing would keep them from kneading their hopeless dreams into the hard crust of reality, even if it all crumbled under the heel of wartime tyranny. Oh,
Tyranny.
yeah.
She's tyrannies. Yes. What if Andy was there? What would Andy say?
What would Andy say?
Yeah.
Well, the grand contest. Hans and Gretchen could hardly believe the day had arrived. It was time for baking contest. The event had consumed their lives for months. The room they entered was as grand as a ballroom, adorned with extravagant decorations, and scent of baked marvels filling the air. Judges, contestants, and spectators filled the hall, each adding their own mix of nerves and excitement to the atmosphere. Hans wiped his sweaty palms on his ever-dusty apron and gave Gretchen a nervous grin. Ready to make some judges faint from sheer delight? Gretchen chuckled. Her fiery red hair blazed under the bright lights. Or from sheer terror, if things go as unusual, she joked, nudging Hans with her elbow. Their table set with the piece of the resistance, a daring fusion of Hans' artesian bread and Gretchen's chocolate mastery. The loaf was a chocolate-infused sourdough topped with intricate designs made from delicate chocolate shavings. The centerpiece gleamed like a masterpiece, waiting to be judged by Andy and a Dufresne.
Yes. Yes. Oh, the panel of judges. The stern-faced and clutching their scorecards. Well, they approached their creation. Hans dared not blink. He is afraid his eyelids would somehow show a catastrophe. And while Gretchen, she fiddled. Yeah, she was fiddling with the loose thread on her sleeve, trying to look like nonchalant, or slut as we call him. The head judge, we know about the judge. He would over there giving a little bit of head. Yeah, an austere woman. Yeah, wouldn't have been a man giving their head. It would have been a woman with a monocle.
Put on that thing.
Well, she seemed better suited to be a pirate. We know about them pirates. They, they get get that here to me, matey. She took the first slice. Oh, yeah, and she began to chew. She started chewing, and, well, her expression, it seemed unreadable.
And painful.
Out there, whispered Hans. Yeah, it's the monocle. Nothing good could come from a monocle. Then it happened. The judge's face, she broke into a smile. She closed her eyes and let out a blissful sigh. Oh, this is delightful, she exclaimed. The other judges followed suit, nodding and murmuring in approval. Hans and Gretchen, they exchanged a look of surreal astonishment, but before they knew it, they were awarded the second prize, just behind Fraulein's butt cake. I mean, Black Forest cake, which, to be fair, had been a unanimous favorite for Yells. Go ahead.
I'm stuck on butt cake.
Hey, White Rabbit. Good to see you.
Hey.
Well, there's a hole in that too.
Just the pinwheel.
It's that brown eye.
It's winking at you.
So winking.
With all that creaminess dripping all over the
Ooh,
sides.
ooh. We had to go there.
With this show, it's kind of an obligation. Really.
You should know that by now. That we always
Uh,
know.
Oh, you gotta give it that huck to it. Spit on that thing. You get me?
Just as they were about to bask in their glory, a murmur of discontent whispered through the crowd. The monocle-wearing judge rose to speak, her face taking on a grave expression. Ladies and gentlemen, while the contest has brought us joy, I regret to inform you, you are of incident. Oh. Hans leaned over to Gretchen. I knew this was going to be too good to be true. Their joy quickly morphed into confusion and worry. Crowd whispers turned into worried chatter. So the judge revealed that an anonymous tip had
Just
brought
the tip.
pictures
The whole
of
time.
the contest into question. We believe certain forces have attempted to manipulate the results. Well, if you hold it just right. She continued, sending ripples of gasp through the audience.
Well, it should have been all the pork and beans that they were eating. That's what happens. That gas will just get to you. You eat enough of them beans, you know, it just passes through you like nothing.
More
Blood you
beans,
right out
Mr.
the back.
Taggart.
Gretchen's eyes widened. Hans, you don't think?
No, I never think.
Hans could only nod. It has to be the little German artist. They've had their eyes on us since we started this whole baking spree. The two bakers realized they'd uncovered something much larger and much darker than flour and cocoa. Oh,
Oh yeah, baby.
Mm.
We're talking about BB.
this is and they
my.
stood on the brink of falling into a dangerous conspiracy. Uh-oh. They knew what they had to do. Their baking journey had to take them through an unexpected mishap. Wartime rationings, and even a begrudging romance. But now, begrudging romance. How about virgin?
Burgeoning.
How about virgin name?
Burgeoning. Yeah.
Pedaltown,
now-
I think yes.
Just tell the truth. You sat on Pinocchio's face and told him to lie. Ripples of gas.
Ripples of gas. It's like, it's well, let's not go there. But now,
every time I hit an artist or Kaiser, my heels start clicking together. I don't know why.
there's
I'm
no
gonna
place
stand
to
up and
go.
start
There's
goose
no
stopping
place-
around.
Where is Dodo? But now, it was leading them into a much more perilous mission. Their very own culinary detective saga. Ooh.
It's swallow. Oh God. Uh-oh.
Mm.
Oh, chapter 9. The Baker's Revenge. Okay.
Mm.
Hans and Gretchen felt like they had emerged from a whirlwind. The grand baking contest, which had seemed like a culmination of their journey, had ended with a twisted revelation. With tensions high and bustling crowds chatter through the murmur of disbelief, and their own craft showcased brightly, where the judges deliberated, their victorious smiles had faded. Then the winner was announced, and it wasn't them. The sweet cherry jubilee on the cake had turned from a sour cherry on top to a bitter pie. So, you're telling me? Hans said in disbelief as they tucked close into a secluded alley. Our creme brulee was domed by a little German artist's carrot cake? Gretchen huffed out a frustrated breath, sending a rogue curl dancing down her forehead.
Oh, that was on her forehead.
Not just any carrot cake, Hans. A little German artist's cousin's husband's friend's best friend's carrot cake. I smelled something was fishy about this contest, and it wasn't coming from the cod ball brulee. Or cod ball entree. Ugh.
Don't eat it. It smells fishy. No.
Oh,
Carrot
yeah,
cake.
right.
He was a
Hey.
vegetarian, you know.
I've got to read her story. You know that. That might be our next one on our list.
Oh, there you go. Let's scroll
All
up a
right.
little bit, please.
Well, we're going
Yep.
for Yamaha there.
As they exchanged glances, incensed and bewildered, a stalkerish shadow loomed closer. It was none other than Fritz Müller, the grumpy underground informant who usually hung around the corners, looking sinister, while chewing a piece of licorice. "You're not wrong," he whispered, conspiratorially, darting his eyes from side to side. "I've got evidence that they're meddling with the results. I was never only about the love of baking." Hans gulped. "You mean it's a conspiracy? What? Whatever." Gretchen rolled her eyes, but could not suppress a grin. "We need to do something, Hans," she declared, eyes alight with determination. "Our pastries won't be sweet until we serve a slice of justice." Together, armed with nothing but a mixture of courage, spatulas, and the boundless determination, they set out to unravel the truth. The initial step led them deep into the underbelly of Berlin, entering through the maze like passage of the chocolate factory.
Ooh. Well, let me tell you something, brother. This place always gave me the cocoa creeps, Hans muttered under his breath. Guided by Fritz, they tiptoed past melted chocolate, vats of machinery, lots of machinery. The big machine of big government was there. It had grown, as if directly tormented by the chaos of empathy around them. Fritz stopped short before the small unmarked door, his licorice twirling in the Earl of Drama. Telling you, this is no place to have gay frogs. Behind this door lies evidence, he whispered. All you need to do is get it. Get it. Dispose their shenanigans during the grand ball tomorrow night, but be quick, boy.
The door always shuts tight right behind you. No pressure then, thought Hans. Sneaking inside, Gretchen and Hans found themselves surrounded by stacks of papers, documents stamped with official-looking crests and photographs of competitors. Man, they're out to get you. Just you wait. Just you wait. Buy some more of my love cream. It'll get you really good.
Buy my love cream. $19.95.
1995, you too can buy this love cream. It's all yours.
Towel, please. As they ruffled through the incriminated evidence, Hans couldn't help but marvel. Look, they marked the entries they were going to sabotage. And here's proof of who's pulling the strings, Gretchen added, hanging up a photo of the smugly little German artist officer they'd seen soberly critiquing their plum Bavarian. Ernest Cockchalk. I like that better.
Got some Ernest cockshock for you, son.
Right.
Just come over.
We
Just come
earnestly
over here,
got
lady. You got my
Come
Ernest
here, all
cockshock.
right on your chalkboard, honey. The crook of croissants and the villain of venomous story. What's that word?
Viennosaurus?
What?
Yep.
Viennosaurus?
Viennosaurus? Is that really? What is that? I really have to know.
Well,
It's not a word. It's wieners, isn't it?
It's
wieners and beer.
You know you want it. You know you want some beaners.
It caught me off guard.
Vienna
Sorry.
sausages.
I just seen Vienna. It's got to be.
The little Vienna sausages.
Little Vienna sausages. Little ones. They're uncut.
Oh, with a little sauerkraut, it's great.
They're virgin Viennas.
all those krauts are a little sour, aren't they?
Well, I mean, when some yank just jumps into your trench and cranks off 6 rounds of slam fire with a 12-gauge shotgun, you'd be one sauerkraut too.
Forget the sausage.
That's where you're at right there.
All right. Just as they collected the necessary documents, a sound of heavy footprints echoed down the corridor. Quickly, they grabbed the stack of evidence and slipped out just as the heavy-set, fat-ass officer rounded the corner. I don't know why we put that in there, but breathless, Hans clapped onto Gretchen's hand. Oh, now to bake our fresh batch of revenge. The two plodded late into the night, preparing to expose the descent of the grand balls after contests. So,
Love those grand balls, don't you?
oh gosh, grand balls are like the best. The
So
bigger
good.
they are. That's right.
Angling, hanging on.
Right. One a
When
little
I
lower
paid to
than
have
the
the
other.
sausage down, I couldn't go.
Whoops. Where'd it go?
Driving Quasimodo nuts. The bells! The bells!
Okay. The two plodded late into the night, preparing to. Oh, no, we already read that. Their masterful plan included a twist.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, twist them.
a lemon zest, naturally, but also a pubic reveal. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
what now?
A pubic reveal. Nuh-uh. They wasn't doing this out there. They could spend upend the entire contest. Oh yeah, they gonna upend the whole damn thing.
Whole thing will curl your hair.
Right.
Oh god.
Curl your hair and straighten your pubes.
That goes beyond hair raising. It curled my hair, the whole thing. It was just so weird.
That's right. Clean up in aisle 4, please.
Clean up in aisle 4, 5, and 6.
He was pubic.
He was a very girthy fella.
Very.
Okay. Oh, wait. Gretchen, with a cocky smirk, clinked her chocolate flask with Hans' flowered-covered hands. Oh. To justice, sweetness, and a pinch of mischievousness, they toasted in whispers. Tomorrow's feast will be one for the history of the books. Oh, yes. Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, Kaz, you ready?
Are you ready? He's like, no.
Much like mixing the dough and watching it rise, they knew confronting the little German artist's deceit wouldn't be a simple task. But with the combined resolve, they were one step closer to making their mark, not just in baking, but in history that desperately needed a moment of levity and truth. They would soon find out if their concoction could withstand the oven's heat.
Oh.
Spoiler alert. Never mind. All right.
All right, get those 3 right there.
Going in the oven.
Chapter 10. Rising from the oven.
Whoop.
The morning sun peeked up over the war-torn rooftops of Berlin, casting a warm glow through the bakery's single-paned windows. Hans stood with his sleeves rolled up, deep in thought as he kneaded dough with the fervor that spoke determination, more than sheer muscle memory. Gretchen, with her ever-present mischievous grin, was busy tempering chocolate, her fiery red hair catching on the golden light. "Do you think we have enough evidence, Hans?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper as she glanced around for prying eyes. Hans nodded slowly.
If we could present what we gathered to the judges before they announce the falsified results, we might stand a chance, but we must hurry and avoid hair grumpy trousers,
he said, referring to the suspicious little German artist officer.
So grumpy.
Say grumpy.
If he's not careful, he's going to end up with a grumpy in his bed.
Yeah. Wonder if he's related to Amber Turd. Well, since we're doing the ovens, as if on cue, the bakery door creaked open, whatever. And in walked Officer Franz. Ding! Oh, I can't hear that out loud. The epitome of the officious paranoia. He surveyed the room with hawk-like gaze, his eyes narrowing at every twist of muzzle. Hans and Gretchen exchanged a look and knew exactly what they had to do. Quick, to the oven! Oh yeah, that's smart. Quick, to the oven! Gretchen whispered, pointing dramatically at the large brick oven behind them. Is that gonna fall for the trap? Hans shot her a bewildered look. The oven? Why would it? But before he could finish his protest, Gretchen had already pushed him towards the massive contraption. Do you smell that? Gretchen said loudly, pretending to notice Officer Franz for the first time. Something's burning. Hans, get in there and check. This stupid bitch just wanted to kill him. I know what this is all about. She's working with us. You just didn't know it. Officer Franz raised his eyebrow but maintained his suspicious demeanor, his gaze flickering between the two bakers. Yes, I'm on it. Hans stammered clumsily, awkwardly opening the oven door and sticking his head inside. We're almost there. Yup, smells like burnt dough in here. He called out cheerfully, his voice echoing inside the hollow space, but not for long.
He's gonna shove his ass in there.
Gretchen, seizing this perfect distraction, grabbed the hidden folder containing all the collected evidence and slipped it into her apron pocket. There, that should do it, she said, pulling Hans's out by the collar like a cat rescuing a clueless kitten. Franz's eyes lingered on the scene skeptically, but decided their antics were of the benign variety for now. He exited without another word, leaving it to the duo in their frantic preparations. Hans sighed in relief. I can't believe that should actually work, woman. He muttered, dusting the floor from his already, the floor. What a dumbass. Why are you dusting the floor, man? He's getting flour off his nail down. Already floured speckled hand. He glanced at Gretchen, who held up the folder triumphantly. Now that's just one more surprise, she declared with a devilish grin.
Has anybody else noticed how Shizzy massages his microphone as he talks? Has anybody noticed that?
I'm playing an instrument.
Sorry, observation.
Just like it whenever I rub it. You know
You're
what
touching
saying.
it.
One time at band camp.
One time at band camp, this girl, she came over and she was showing me a flick. Well, I told her it's okay. So
See, if I rub mine like that,
massaging going on around
I
here.
showed her something, and all she did is look at me and say,
Oh, you gotta give him that huck too and spit on that thing. You get me?
He's a little too comfortable massaging that.
but see, if mine makes a funny noise if I rub mine like that. You see,
I know, it
it's
moans.
just-
moans.
Yeah, it moans all on its own.
Oh, see how we yeah, we don't have very much more left to go, and now just one more surprise, she declared with a devilish grin. We're gonna basically skip over each person to just one paragraph.
Okay.
So we finish it out.
As the contents hall buzzed with the anticipation of baked delights, Hans and Gretchen slipped backstage like stealthy pussies. Of course they did. Albeit clumsy pussies. Well, whatever way you get there. They located the judge's table and quickly swapped out the rigged forms with the genuine scores and evidence of the little German artist officer's tampering. Mm-hmm. They're going to catch him.
Do too.
Yep.
Oh.
They had taken their places among the fellow contestants when Officer Franz realized the deception too late, burst into the hall. "Stop this at once!" he bellowed. Hans, in a rare moment of bravado, stepped in front of Franz.
Officer, the only thing that's being stopped here is your unbaked plan, he announced, earning a round of confused but supportive applause. Before Franz could retaliate, the head judge intervened. "We've seen the evidence," he said, holding the incriminating documents aloft. "We shall announce the real winners."
Right, go ahead. Omaha.
The tension was palpable as the names were read out, each syllable dripping with justice. And the winners are Hans and Gretchen.
Yay.
The room erupted in cheers, drowning out Hans's protests as he was laid waste by higher authority, who finally caught wind of his misdemeanors.
Just finish us out. You're good.
Finish it out, baby. Finish
end it
us
already.
off.
Huh?
Just end it already. Finish us off.
Finish it.
Mm-hmm.
With victorious smiles, Hans and Gretchen, I just gotta do it like that,
Yes.
accepted the prize. Hans turned to Gretchen. So what's next for us? Gretchen winked. I heard Paris could use a little joy, and perhaps some chocolate-filled croissants. And with that, the duo embarked on the new adventures. Their friendship and love stronger than ever. They had risen from the oven. Bullshit. Much like their best bakes, golden and unstoppable.
I was so worried this one was going to turn out much worse than it did. I mean, we're talking about
Dude.
running
Sorry, but they're
ovens
kind of
and
like the Roach
already-
Motel.
oh my-
Once you go in, you don't come out.
Yes, I was so worried about it. I was just like, oh my god, I'm gonna get yeeted off of the channel for this. Germans, ovens, baking. Oh,
It
Like,
just
oh boy,
kept
this
going.
is just not gonna go right.
oh, it worked out though.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm.
Well, I mean, well,
Oh lordy.
No, worked out great. Worked out great.
Mm.
Oh my gosh. So as we do every time we finish one of these, we have to come up with a new story. Chat. What do we got? What do we got?
Well,
Don't make me come up with something for
Okay.
you. You know, chat, you're the ones that
We can't do
Gives us
that. We have
these
to blame the
stories.
chat. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you give us the stories, we just read them.
hmm
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
they could have gone in 1,000 or different. They could have gone in
Yes,
1,000
I know.
directions.
It could
Glad
have
it
been,
didn't.
yeah.
Close your legs, Gretchen.
Well,
Mhm.
you know.
Hmm.
Oh, a boggy campsite into the moorlands. Oh,
Ooh.
In the moorlands.
Oh, wet tuft. Moist.
Um,
we'll stick with the boggy campsite. We'll stay away from the moors, though. I might have to subscribe to Gutter's Pub if she's going to talk like that. You ain't seen nothing yet. Oh yeah. Campsite. Let's see. At the pyramids. At the pyramids. And all right, what do we got? Oh, there will be some fish swimming upstream. Let's see. Fish swimming upstream. Stream. Okay. And let's see. Darn, you need to go to the bar now and get a couple of shots, maybe a couple of BJs and sacks on the beach with a mug of beer. There you go. There you go.
Don't forget the slippery nipples.
that's right.
A Pharaoh's lesser known curse. Pharaoh's lesser known curse. I don't know. I'm thinking Debbie Morin's idea of fish swimming upstream, a couple of BJs and a mug of beer. Couple of BJs and a mug of beer. Mug of beer. All right, there we go.
Huck two, spit on that thing.
And we got to have some otters. Oh, let's see. Boggy campsite, pyramids, swish fimming upstream. Let's see. We'll throw in some otters there.
Hot dog eating contest. That's in
Uh,
front of.
Well, no, that's too much. That's too much. All right. So now let's see. We've got. So what kind of story is this going to be? So we got some descriptors here. We got boggy campsite, pyramids, fish swimming upstream, a couple of BJs, and a mug of beer. We got otters, but what kind of story is this going to be? Is it going to be a mystery? Is it going to be a suspense? Is it going to be a thriller? Is it going to be a murder mystery? What do we have here? What is it going to be? What is it going to be? What is it going to be?
Mummies.
I mean, it could be a horror story. It's not that kind of horror.
Horrors-
We'll get your
Horrors
money back.
included.
Yeah.
Horrors
I mean,
story.
hell, she might as well earn some money if she's gonna be here.
I mean, because we got mummies running rapid in nightmares, so it would definitely have to be a thriller. It would definitely have to be a thriller.
Candy's
thriller.
nightmare.
Yeah, horror thriller
let's see.
sounds fun.
Thriller. So we got a thriller. Let's see, a thriller. Thriller. Let's see, thriller. Okay, when is this going to be set? Is it going to be set modern times or older? Because we can make it go back to, there we go. Thriller in Moorish times. There we go.
Moorish.
Moorish times. Yeah, Moorish times. Unraveling story. Yeah. See, it will be an unraveling story, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Our stories always unravel all the damn time. They go absolutely crazy. A thriller comedy.
Ooh, there you go.
Thriller
Some
comedy.
Evil Dead action there.
Comedy. A little. You said Walking Dead action there.
I said Evil Dead.
Oh, Evil Dead. Yeah. A little bit
Horror comedy.
Horror.
Sort of in the style of Evil Dead. That would work. Yeah, I think we like that. I can hear Yamaha doing Michael Jackson. 'Cause it's
Nah, the highest I could probably sing would be like, I don't know, Aaron Neville or something.
This is the highest I can sing, damn it. Get out of my
Look at this face.
One of the campers related to a Moorish king or queen. There you go. Moorish king or queen.
I thought that said Kmart Red Queen.
King or queen. We're not talking about the kind of queen that walks around wearing dresses and just, a dude looks like a lady kind of thing. We're talking about a real queen. Took a second, I know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we are let's see what who we've got going on tonight. I'm sure we've got somebody that's running a stream somewhere out there, somewhere. Looks like the expert's running one. We'll just send you guys over there. And let's see what we got going. Streaming. Let's do this. Content live. And we will send everybody over to the expert. And edit this thing out here. Customization. And sometimes I never know who's going to be streaming. More than likely, the expert. The expert. No. Wow. I think I know what it is. Let's see. He's doing a members only. So what I'll do is I will.
Oh, so it won't let you? It won't let you send it to him because it's a members only?
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, it'll let me send it there. Yep. But you guys, the only way you're going to be able to see it is if you're a member. So
Right.
if you're not a member, you won't be
Go
able
tell
to
them
see
you
it.
want to be one and tell them send out memberships.
Well, thanks for
So
hanging
let's-
out, everybody.
Let's do that. We will send you guys over there. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see you guys.
Bye.
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 We'll see you on the flip
Bye,
side.
guys. You have a
Have a
wonderful
good one.
evening. I will see you in the morning, and make sure that you check out the rest of our fine folks here. If you don't
You're
know how to
welcome,
find
Uncle
them,
Coffee.
their names will be
Thanks for being
listed
here.
up there.
Good
Sooner or later.
night.
Mm-hmm.
How did the exit go? It's here somewhere. Oh, there it is.
Button.
So gather round, let the stories begin in the realm of Sunday spice, where joy always wins with Shizzywhiznut leading the way. We'll laugh and we'll smile through night and day. Sunday spice, a show of delight, written by I and all the voices that night. From dictionary deep to Kaiser pineapples, might